live. How are we, lads? ProEnzo, Vidz, MOXLEY. Alright, we're just walking in now. And Dragons and the Bulldogs come back. The atmosphere! The crowd is electric! And here we bloody go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to episode 85 of the Rugby League Breakdown podcast, live in person for the very first time. This is going to be fantastic. Episode 85, arguably the biggest podcast yet. And as always, ProEnzo Vidz right here. How are we, lads? CJ MOXLEY there.
Good evening to everyone.
Hope you guys are all doing well. What a fucking show this is going to be tonight. First time doing this in person, so this is going to be good. It's going to be different. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Hello to the live chat. We got a nice crowd building up here. We got SS Storm fan, Jim the Chooks fan, Warriors, our fanatics. Faraz, SS Storm fan. What have we got here? Fucking just Rabbitohs 23. Jim the Chooks fan. Go fuck yourself, Jim. Fuck the Roosters. I'm only mucking around, bro. Aaron, National Sports Loaded. Damo, Jason Reader. What's he said? Evening, lads. Evening, Jason Reader. Evening. Yeah, very typical of the live chat. Good to see. Who else is here? Who else? Everyone tuning in. Nice. Jaden Lambert. Hello. Hello, everyone. All right, first of all, obviously like and subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, check out ProEnzo on YouTube and CJ MOXLEY as well. Check out their channels, like the live stream, and enjoy the show. We haven't really written down any topics. We're just going to talk about whatever comes up in our minds. So sort of off the cuff. We've got the game show later on. It's going to be good. Oh, look at Faraz's comment.
Yeah, don't get too cocky. No, we'll see what happens.
Devils underscore Sai as well.
Yeah.
Feels weird seeing everyone here at your house, and I love it. Yeah, bro, appreciate it. And there he is, Mr. Donation himself, Mr. Moneybags, Viking King. Shout out to the Viking King. Is he potentially the new king? I don't know. Don't know. Maybe that's a thing for another time. But this is episode 85 of the Breakdown podcast, and we're getting closer and closer to episode 100. So, very good. All right. Well, let's find out. Let's talk about something to start with. And you know what? Let's talk about the Newcastle Knights. Yeah. Now, the news come out the other day. Some of their players have to Bali. Right now. We'll start with you on this one, Lorenzo. The Knights. Now, they've got the bye. They've got 9 days off, I think it is. 4 or 5 days off, 9 days off, whatever it is. They've gone to Bali on a little holiday. What's your take on it? Do you like the decision? I mean, it's a bit of a tough one, isn't it?
Well, it's something that hasn't been seen before because I don't believe that any club that's had the buy so far have gone away on a holiday to like another place or whatever. So it's a bit strange, I think, that Knights have done this. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm a fan of it, to be honest, because I think you should be staying spending the extra week training, getting better for the next game ahead. So I don't know if going away for a bit is the right decision, as you know, I don't think it's it. But if they want to do that, then that's on them. But personally, I think you're better off training for the next game.
It's a weird one for me because, you know, whether it's several players, whether it's one player, just it's not a good look. It really isn't. It really isn't a good look. I mean, mate, back what, a couple of years ago, 5-10 years ago, if a team had the bye, they just get flogged. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's not the off season. Like, I don't get it. What's your take on it, CJ?
My take is that they don't deserve it. They're coming off a 40-point thrashing. Whether it's one player or not, what do they do to deserve to go to Bali? Is it spite out of missing out on Magic Round? I'm against it. They should be getting flogged. Adam O'Brien should be calling them all into work on Monday and going, all right, We're going to flog you around. We're going to get you ready for the next game because they got more time to prepare, so that should be in their favour. But they decided to go out to Bali, so I think it's stupid and it's not on if you ask me.
Yeah, no, it's a tough one. And, you look at Newcastle, they're one of those sides at the moment where they're only like one win out of the top 8 anyway, 2 wins out of the top 8. So,
They're not in a crisis.
they're not in crisis. The whole Ponga thing's a bit of a crisis mode because we all know he's not a 5'8". He's obviously a fullback. So,
exactly.
Newcastle have taken a massive gamble here. Whether it's one player that's gone over, whether it's 8 players. From what I understand, Kalen Ponga didn't go to Bali.
No.
But again, it could be the media. Just it could be someone protecting Ponga's image. Maybe he is over there. Who knows? It's a really big call from the Knights, and I don't know why they would allow it.
I think what you should be doing is that I think trips like that to Bali, that's more particular for the end of the year, like Mad Monday type stuff. So doing it now is not ideal.
And look, the other thing too is like I understand they're human beings. I get they might have 4 or 5 days off, so they think, oh, we go to Bali for 2 or 3 days, and we get we go to the sun and whatever, and then come back. But fatigue's gonna get you. You're gonna run out of stamina and energy wise. It will affect you as the year goes on. So it's a big one. It really is. Anyway, enough of the Knights. Are a bit of a mess, boys. The Dragons again. I'm so sick and tired of talking about them. I'm sick of every week we have to talk about this fucking club, Dragons. Mate, they're gonna make me go off my fucking head. What the fuck are they doing? They dropped Jacob Little, who is the only threat they have in attack from dummy half. They dropped young Toby Couchman, who scored a try for them off the bench last week. Probably one of their best forwards last week. Definitely in their top 3 last week, as in terms of forwards. And look, they dropped Zach Lomax. And look, I can understand Zach Lomax is dropping because he hasn't been in great form. But to be fair, neither is the whole back line. So there's not much of a real reason to drop Lomax there. Again, could be fake news. Apparently Lomax went into Anthony Griffin's office and just lost his shit. He was upset. Ben Hunt's going to play hooker this weekend. Apparently he's got the shits about that as well. The whole thing's a mess. And I'm telling you right now, Anthony Griffin, this is just my opinion. If the Dragons lose to the Tigers this weekend, Griffin will be gone.
Yeah, Monday.
He'll be fucking gone.
Monday morning.
I can see it as well. You know what? I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong. But the Dragons, they are a fucking mess. What is wrong with them, Lorenzo?
I don't know where you start, mate, because there's so many ways you can go about this. But with the Dragons, it's more about the players and not turning up for each other in tight games. Like I guess in games recently, they've been actually in the contest, but they don't seem to have the ending to finalise and win the game. So obviously Anthony Griffin's to blame for that, as for stamina and fitness to stay in games. But I think outside of football and the way they're playing, it's just this whole drama there with the players and the group. It's really hard to actually find a way to start by fixing the club because of that much rabble. So it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Dogs fan, yeah, bro. Let us know if there's any issues with the.
Is it like you can't hear it at all? Or is it just like a bit of
It's probably just because the microphone's not close to him. That's why I'm moving it around and getting it close to him. Yeah, let me know if there's any issues. You guys in live chat can let me know. We got 33 people watching, so let us know. Let us know. You guys will let us know if there's issues. What do you think about them, CJ? The poor old Dragons. I mean, think about it. They've got some good kids. I don't know what to say about the Dragons.
What I think about the Dragons is I think the players and the coach want to go in a different direction. I think both sides see what they want to do with the future differently. The Dragons got a good crop of young kids, obviously come through the juniors, but I guess Anthony Griffin, I don't think he really utilises the juniors too much as he could have. I just think it's a lack of, they just want to go in a different direction. And there's definitely heat between Griffin and the players, and I just think it's best that both parties mutually decide to agree to leave. Griffin to leave. I think it's just best for both parties at the end of the day. And the problem is just a lack of different direction.
Dragons.
Lack of help. Audio's fine.
Audio's fine, yeah. I've got a donation. I'll get to that in just a moment. The only thing that the Dragons have done this week that actually makes any sense is Sloan's fullback, Amone's the 5'8", and Sullivan's the halfback. That's their fucking future. That's their spine going forward in the future, long term. That's the only thing this week the Dragons have actually made sense of, is their fucking spine. Yeah. Outside of that, it's all backwards. It really is. Now, obviously, we'll get to the preview later for Magic Round. I've tipped the Dragons this weekend, so based off that, Griffin will probably just keep his job. But fuck, he's hanging by a thread, boys.
I believe so. My belief is if the Tigers do win, Anthony Griffin will not be coaching in round 11.
Yeah, I'm with you. You think the same?
Yeah, just about. I think he's either way he's stuffed, so he'll be gone.
Just quickly, we got a donation in the live chat. I believe it was Jack Robbins, and it is Jack Robbins. Hello, Jack. Hope you're well, mate. He says hi from Australia. Jack, thank you for the $3 super chat. Thank you. Hello from Lismore. Appreciate it, Jack. It means a lot. All right, boys. So far this year, there's been a lot of teams that have been surprising, disappointing. We're up to round 10. We're getting close to the middle part of the season. Not quite mid-year yet. I think round 12, round 13's middle part of the season. So we're getting there. Who would you say has been the most surprising team so far this year out of all 17 clubs, ProEnzo?
Well, look, it's very easy to say the Broncos because of how good they've been so far this year. But if I'm being honest with my predictions and stuff, I don't think they're my most surprising team. I have to say the Warriors. I think the Warriors have done a lot to stay around the top 8. There's a case for Dolphins as well, but I'll say Warriors just because I think most people had them around the bottom 4 and weren't sure if Andrew Webster was the guy to turn that club around. But hasn't he turned the Warriors around? He's rejuvenated that club. He's got players playing better and for each other as well. And I know they've been losing recently, but haven't been losing by 13 plus or anything like that. They've actually been in games and have been fighting. So I've got to say the Warriors for me.
Yeah, Warriors is a good shout. I mean, I think they're 7th or 8th in the league. I think they're still 7th.
I believe they're 8th.
8th. It might be 8th.
Yeah.
Who would you say has been the most surprising so far?
It's probably a boring answer. It's not the Broncos. I'll say the Finns, Dolphins. I always had a feeling that they could be up for finals footy for experience and the coach they have. But I think the amount of just how they got written off during the off season by media, pundits. They were one spoon favourites at one point. What, $1.90 or something?
Yeah.
So I think they have surprised majority of the community. Just the way that their veterans have held each other together. Just they play such good footy. They play a good brand of footy. Wayne Bennett just doing his own things. I think the Dolphins have surprised most people because they play finals this year.
Yeah, look, I hate saying this, but I think the most surprising team so far. Where are they? Right there. Where the fuck are we? Right there. Broncos. If you had told me the Broncos would be first heading into Magic Round 10 of the NRL, I would have said you are a fucking idiot. I didn't even have Brisbane in my top 8. So got that one badly wrong. But Broncos for me, probably the most surprising. There was always potential for them to be a top 8 team, but for us, what the fuck? What? Yeah, Broncos most surprising. I didn't have them in my top 8 at the start of the season. I thought they would be failures. I thought they would be overhyped. Really? I thought last year would have affected them a lot. I didn't think they would survive last year after the drop off at the back end of the year. So Broncos are my most surprising, along with the Dolphins. Warriors, I'm not too surprised because I sort of knew the potential was there.
That's like me with the Broncos. I knew the potential was there.
I felt like the Warriors could be a top 8 team. No one else is really surprising. Penrith are there, Cronulla, Rabbitohs, Roosters, they're all thereabouts.
It's kind of hard to say. I think the Knights, they're doing better than I expected anyway.
A lot of people said Knights would come last.
I don't know why. They never were going to come
I had the bottom 3, I think.
Jai, hello, Jai. Jai Main Prize. Hope you're well, bro. Good to see you in the live chat. Well done to the Sharks last week too, by the way. Congratulations. Even though I nearly got fucking arrested. So, for me, it's the Broncos. I've been really surprised by the way they've started the season. Origin's going to kill them. now I'll tell you this, right? So the Broncos that in the Origin period, there's a game where they play the Warriors in New Zealand, and they're going to have pretty much everyone out. That might be the game where the Warriors win by 40.
Well, the Warriors don't have anyone out, would they?
Broncos will have no Walsh, Cobbo, Haas, Capewell, Carrigan. They will be fucking depleted. They will be tough.
They'll be cleaned out.
And you know what, boys? I want to ask you a question. I know it's a bit early going off, but based off what you've seen so far this year, who do you think will end up with the minor premiership? Who's going to finish first?
Oh, that's a tough one, isn't it? But you know what? I'm going to be bold. I reckon the Rabbitohs are the team that might win the minor premiership. I just think the way they're playing at the moment is actual minor premiership footy. I know there's Sharks, then there's potentially Storm. They can get things going, and Broncos as well. But I think Souths are a bit more of the team to trust going forward. So I reckon them.
Rabbits. Rabbits. About yourself?
Look, I genuinely do think Souths, but
Yeah.
if I have another one, I think the Broncos. I just think I do know that it's the obvious answer as they are top, but I just feel like just their team can keep going. I see Ezra Mam, Adam Reynolds, all those sort of players. They can keep going. They won't fall off again. They won't.
My one's a bit of a
I do think South.
my one's a bit of a bold one, but I think Cronulla could finish first. You know why? Because in Origin, they're not going to be really depleted. The Sharks are still going to have most of their fucking team. Like you go through the Sharks 17, right? You got Kennedy, won't be in Origin. Katoa and Mulatalo can't play Origin. Ramian and Talakai won't be getting picked. Moreland will still be there. Hines might be the one that's out. In that forward pack, they'll still have Royce Hunt, Brayley, Hamlin Ueli, Nakora, Wilton, and Finucane. Finucane might be in Origin with Hines, but outside of that, they've still got McInnes at 13. Then you look at that bench. What? They're going to have Oregon Kafusi, Wade Graham, possibly Trindle on the bench. I already said Hamlin Ueli, didn't I? Who's that one? Another prop there. Hazelton. So the only player that Cronulla are going to have out of Origin is probably Nico Hines and potentially Finucane.
Think about it like this.
That's it.
Think about it like this. If Hines is done for Origin, right, and they select Luai, Cronulla could go undefeated through that whole Origin period.
Well, who's going to beat them?
Well, no one. It'd be very difficult, wouldn't it?
And you have a look at last year. Cronulla, really good regular season team. Obviously, things didn't go their way in the finals. Obviously, they had an 8-point lead against us, and they sort of stuffed that up with the penalty, with the sin bin, and then the golden point situation. And then they got hammered by Souths in the semi-final. They are a really good regular season team. So Cronulla are, in my opinion, with Origin coming up, they're not going to be that affected. And even if Nico Hines is picked, Trindle can do the job.
Exactly. Because he can plug a hole. Like, that's a luxury of having Trindle in that team.
We saw Trindle in the early part of the year when Hines was out, and they still looked, they were fine. Like,
The thing is, mate, the Sharks, I don't want to, they have one of the best deficits in comp. And that's just scary. Look, the Sharks are a realistic chance of being undefeated all through that Origin period.
yeah, they're going to be hard to beat in Origin period. I mean, I sure as hell wouldn't want to play them in Origin period. I think we play them again, but late in the year in Townsville, so we're kind of lucky. I don't want to play any. I don't want to go near Cronulla after last week. I think they played Brisbane in Origin period in Cronulla as well. So
We have them next week, I think. So.
right, but before Origin, so that's good.
Yeah.
Good timing. Really good timing actually. No, I think Cronulla will finish first now. I really do. I mean, look, if I had to update my top 8, I'd probably go in order. I'd go probably Cronulla first, South second, Brisbane for third, Roosters fourth, Penrith fifth, Melbourne sixth, and then 7 and 8. I think is between probably about 7 teams.
Any team can get that.
That 7 and 8 spot is open. You've got like Manly, Parramatta, Canberra, Canterbury, New Zealand, Newcastle or thereabouts, Gold Coast, Cowboys. If we can get our fucking shit together,
Every team's a chance.
there's probably 8 teams right there I just named that could even be around that 7, 8 position. I reckon 7th, 8th position is extremely open. Like I look at the top 8 right now. I think Cronulla make the finals, Souths make it, Roosters, Broncos, Storm, Panthers. I'm confident them 6 will be there.
They're the locks, I reckon.
7 and 8 is extremely open to probably 8 or 9 teams. Anything.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's a very open comp this year.
It's so open.
Well, you see, the Tigers who went 0-7, right? They win one game. They're right back into it.
I think they're only 3 games away from the top 8.
Yeah, 4 points.
Yeah, and that just shows how close it is.
You know what's funny? On the way to Ballin Airport this morning, me and CJ were in the car and we're talking about teams' slow starts and how they've recovered. In 2017, Penrith were 2 wins, 7 losses. They were horrible. That's the worst start you could imagine. And then I think 2018 they were like 3-9 or 3-8. They dog shit start. Yeah, they won like 10 straight. And then I think Brisbane had a slow start one year. Was it 2019? They were like 1-4, maybe 1-5.
It was like 19, I think.
Yeah, it was not 2019. I think they finished 6th that year. 6th or 7th. They played Parramatta and got hammered. 8th. They finished 8th. Yeah. So, just because my team, the North Queensland Cowboys, are 3-6, doesn't mean everyone needs to write us off. Relax. We just went over some teams that have had slow starts. Penrith of 17 and 18. Brisbane of 2019. Hell, weren't Manly 0-4 when Turbo went nuts in 21?
In 2021, yeah.
They were 0-3 or 0-4, then they went on they went insane.
You went 0-4 in 2015.
It's a great year.
0-3 in 15, yeah. End up winning 11 in a row.
Teams can turn it around. It's just a matter of belief in the club, and the Cowboys do have that.
I mean, you look at all the players that we got. You look at the players played in the World Cup, Origin. There's enough quality at the Cowboys to turn it
You've
around.
got to remember the players you got out as well.
Yeah, look, there's no Taumalolo, no Leilua, no Nanai, no Griffin Neem. Our whole fucking pack's pretty much depleted right now.
Yeah, I guess.
No Tamo.
Yeah, that's a huge blow. Well, yeah, I guess.
Experience-wise, yeah.
But, when the Cowboys are fit, I think they can prove a point and go some lengths. So.
Mate, with the way the season's gone, anyone could fucking beat anybody.
Yeah, exactly. It's such an open comp, like I said.
I mean, last week, how many people tipped the Tigers to beat the Panthers?
I'd say 1%.
I can't even give you an answer on that.
Like, it's unbelievable. Anything could win. This is how I see it, boys. I want your take on this. If we lose to the Roosters Sunday, the following week we play the Dragons. We'll be 3-7. Yeah, 3-7. That game against the Dragons next week, if we lose to the Roosters, will be fucking crucial.
If you lose to St. George and Townsville, man, I'm sorry.
I'll put a pen for us if we lose to the Dragons next week.
You'll be 3-8.
Yeah, that'd be
Dragons,
fucked.
Townsville,
That'd be fucked.
Unfortunately, I think
That'd be fucked.
That's too much.
Just so you know, Cowboys next 4 games: Roosters at Suncorp, Dragons in Townsville, Tigers at Leichhardt, Eels at Combank.
realistically, you should go 2 from 2 based on form.
We need to win at least 3 of them. Dragons and Tigers will be crucial. Have to win them. The Parra game will be 50-50 because you got here's the thing, right? When a team gets knocked out in the finals by another one, we're gonna have probably 2 players out of Origin. That'll be probably Cotter and Holmes. When a team gets knocked out by a certain team, the next season when they play them, it's like a grand final for them.
It seems that way.
Yeah. Look at last week. Sharks versus Cowboys. Sharks were up for that game. Like they wanted revenge, like no tomorrow. After what we did to them last year in the semis.
South Panthers at ANZ.
Yeah, Souths were up for it against Penrith. The record on Sydney isn't the worst. I mean, in previous years, it's a lot better. I mean, we went there last year and beat Manly, beat the Dragons, beat the Sharks. We've won away from Sydney. We've won in Sydney a few times. Should have beat the Bulldogs there in round 5. Fuck that game. Fuck that game up hard. That was a choke, bro. I still can't believe that. Anyway, Manly.
Yes.
Let's discuss Manly. Jake Trbojevic is now out for, they reckon, 6 weeks,
Yeah.
4 to 6 weeks, which means he probably misses Origin 1. How are Manly going to be able to hold their fucking middle forwards? How are they going to defend the middle without Jake for a month? It's going to be tough for you guys.
Well, see, the thing is, the forwards play off the back of Jake. Like, they play off his leadership and momentum, and I don't think there's any other forward in our forward pack that can tackle like Jake does, which will be hard, I guess, tomorrow and the weeks we don't have Jake and stuff like that. So, no doubt a big loss for our team, but I think the boys can lift up without him. But having him not there and that, like, playing physically, it's going to hurt us, I reckon, in the middle, and just his leadership as well. So, it won't be easy. Definitely won't be easy. But I think if guys like Paseka can step up in his role a bit more, like to see him keep playing on how he's been playing all season. Guys like Aloye need to step up. Ola Kawatu, like all our big name forwards need to really aim up about Jake. So I'm confident that they can, but it's a hard one at the same time about Jake.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I was really impressed with Kepi last week against the Gold Coast.
Kepi, yeah.
He was probably one of their best last week. They're just going to miss him with defense, and he plays 80 minutes in the middle, and he just defends, averages like 40, 50 tackles a game, and he doesn't attack as much because he doesn't have to, but no, they're going to miss him badly. What's Manly's draw after Brisbane?
So Sharks next week, Sunday footy at Brookie.
That's a Brookie. Yeah.
In the week after, I'm pretty sure we play round 12. I don't know who we play actually. The week after.
Yeah, go and have a look. What's their run? I want to know what their run is because where are they now? They're in the 8 still.
6.
They're in 6.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Manly's next 4 games. I got the Broncos tomorrow night. Where's the Sharks game at?
Brookie.
Is that Brookvale? Yeah. What do I got after that?
Knights at McDonald Jones Stadium in
That
Newcastle.
was a tough game last time.
So you got Sharks, and then they got the Raiders at GIO.
Oh, really?
And then they got the Knights at McDonald Jones, and then they got the Vibe, and they got the Dolphins at 4 points.
Okay, so they've got a tough run. Jake's not going to be there, so that's not going to help. When's Jake coming back? The Dolphins game.
Yeah, round 15.
Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see how they go. Tomorrow night they want to be up for it. They obviously Payne Haas and Carrigan and Flegler and Jensen, Palacia all running at him through the middle. It's going to be interesting to see how Manly hold up there. And I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued.
Look, it's a good challenge for our team. I think it tests us where we are as a side in the middle. So it'd be good to see how we go.
Yeah. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the Bulldogs. Now, Kyle Flanagan's been shifted around. He's been offered to clubs in the UK. He was offered to go to Manly, but ended up being fake news, as fucking typical as it is. They've got Reynolds there as well at the moment, who's obviously not getting any younger. They've got that Carl Alupu guy.
Yep.
Who else they got coming through? Is that it?
Caleb Rajib.
Caleb who?
Rajib.
Rajib. I don't know him.
Bailey Haywood.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of Bailey Haywood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Should the Bulldogs move on Flanagan, or should they develop this young Carl guy in the halves?
Well, first, I'd like to say this. I'm so glad that Kyle Flanagan's not coming to Manly because I don't think we need him and he doesn't need us. So thank God he's not coming to Manly. But they have to shift Flanagan out of the club. I just don't think he has a future there. After seeing how they went against the Dragons, I think Burden and Alowapu are most likely their long-term halves going forward. But yeah, I think Flanagan just needs to go to England to rejuvenate his career. Like that's the alternative. He can go to England and be like a Brody Crawford or Jackson Hastings type player. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So got to develop those Alowapu kid and Burn, make them their halves pairing going forward.
Do you like that Carl Lupu kid? I mean, he's only young, isn't he? How old is he? 18?
Yeah, 19 or 18. Yeah.
He's young. What do you reckon? Flanagan, move him on? Should I keep him? This young Alupu guy, what do you reckon about it?
Oh, let's get a bold statement. Kyle Flanagan will be at the West Tigers next year. Yeah, I know it doesn't.
I feel sorry for Champa.
Yeah, look, I'm not the management, so I can't say anything. I just have gut feeling. I believe they should develop that young Olowapu kid. He wasn't too bad last week. Could have done more, obviously, but it was his debut. He's on 500K. He's 18 years old, so he has obviously high expectations. Kyle Flanagan just hasn't delivered for what the Bulldog standard should be. That spine of Perham, Burden, Flanagan, and Marnie. You look at the team. Who's the weak link in that spine? Flanagan. Does he really manage the game, Cole Flanagan? Not really. It's
No.
more so Matt Burton. And
He wouldn't know how to manage a game.
exactly, and that's why they've moved Burton to halfback and Flanagan to 5'8".
God.
Those times, Flanagan's not the right fit for the Bulldogs, and I think the Bulldogs should move him on at the end of the year, or even effective immediate.
I'm going to really piss off Bulldogs fans in a minute. They're going to lose their shit. All right. So Kyle Flanagan, obviously, it's unfortunate the way it's gone down with him. Obviously, he was at the Sharks as this really good young prospect. At the Sharks, he had a really good start. Goes to the Roosters. Just doesn't work out between him and Kieran, and obviously Flanagan was moved on. The way he was moved on probably wasn't the best way to go about things, but the Roosters are a business. They don't give a shit, bro. They don't care. And obviously he went to the Dogs, and to be fair to Flanagan, when he went to the Dogs, they were in a fucking mess, like wooden spoon material.
Yeah.
They were horrible. They were fucking horrible. Yeah, they needed a halfback, so they went, oh yeah, we'll just buy Flanagan. Fuck it. Anyway, it just hasn't worked out. And look, I don't think Kyle Flanagan's a horrible footballer. He's got talent.
Talent's there. You see when he came back last year at the start.
Yeah, he's got talent. I mean, even at the start of this year, he didn't look too bad. I remember that game against Manly, it wasn't too bad. The Melbourne game, he was very good. The Tigers game, he did some good things as well. It just things aren't there.
Just inconsistency. is the
Yeah.
issue.
He tries hard, Flanagan, but he's never going to be like a good halfback, I don't think.
Now, on to this young kid. What's his name? Carl Oluwapu. Oluwapu. I think that's how you pronounce it. Oluwapu. Okay. Let me just start by saying this. I don't like the kid. I don't like him. I think he's got a really poor attitude. He's an 18-year-old kid. I don't think he's ready for NRL. I wouldn't have him in there. I don't like the kid. I really don't. I don't like his attitude. I don't like the way he treated himself at the Broncos when he was up there, and he was so-called promised and guaranteed a starting spot. Listen here. You're not fucking promised or guaranteed anything in the NRL. You got to work your ass off for it. You got to work your ass off for it, and if you're the best man for the job, you'll be picked. I don't care about his one game. This is before his one game. I said this the other week, boys. This is before his debut. I don't like the kid. His attitude's terrible. He's 18 years old. He's a typical 18-year-old kid who's a very fucking typical 18-year-old kid with an attitude where he thinks everything needs to be given to him. You need to understand what hard work is when you're a footballer. And this kid doesn't understand that. He's not ready. The reason why he's in the halves is because the Dogs don't fucking have anyone available. They don't have any halves. Reynolds is an old cunt. He's old. I love Grubb. I love Josh Reynolds, but he's old. He needs to retire soon. He's probably got a year left in him. This is probably his last season. Flanagan's cooked. His confidence is absolutely shot to pieces. Burton's not even a halfback, but he's playing halfback. I don't even like this Kyle kid. I hope his attitude improves and I start to like the kid. But at the moment, I think he's a spoiled little brat who got offered a bit more money at the Bulldogs, and he's gone there just to get a fucking start. Didn't want to stay at Brisbane and do all the hard work. If he had stayed at Brisbane, he could have been developed by Adam Reynolds. He could have been starting there in a couple of years when he's actually ready. He's not ready right now. I'm telling you right now. This Kyle kid, he will be mentally scarred if the Bulldogs don't have any success.
I got a question.
He will be hurt.
I got a big question.
Yeah, what is it?
So tomorrow night is Magic Round, obviously. The
Yeah.
Bulldogs play.
Yeah.
He's returning Brisbane.
Yeah.
Will he be booed?
He will be booed. I guarantee it. Broncos fans are going to shit on him when he comes out.
Back at home, so yeah.
No one's going to. I mean, obviously there'll be a whole fucking section of his family that will probably cheer him on.
Yeah.
But there's going to be another half of the crowd that's going to boo the hell out of him. I don't like the kid. I really don't. I get he's 18, and I know he's not really, he's not developed properly. Why would you play him?
Yeah, good talent, bad attitude.
Yeah, exactly. And I watched him. I watched him closely last week against the Dragons. He didn't do fucking anything as expected. I didn't expect him to do anything last week, but the kid's not mentally tough enough. The kid's not mentally ready. And if the Bulldogs don't have any success, as in making finals, the kid's going to be mentally scarred. I'm telling you.
Oh, he's a halfback. He goes to him.
Yeah, it will. He'll be hurt. You know what? Bulldogs, if you have a brain, go buy a halfback. Go look for someone on the market. There's a guy named Lewis Dodd from the UK. Go sign him.
Yeah. Well, as a Saints fan, look at how he plays. He's obviously a world-class halfback, so he'd be good for any NRL club.
We watched him live in action against the Panthers and obviously kicked the match-winning field goal. Yeah, we'll see.
He's only still young, Lewis Dodd.
Yeah, he's only like 22. He's
Yeah,
young
so
ass.
early
Or
20s.
Jack Wellsby, maybe.
Yeah, Wells was another one. Yeah.
Yeah, or they can wait and they can maybe look at Sean Johnson. But the Bulldogs need to work out who the long-term half is. And I'm sorry, an 18-year-old kid with a horrible attitude, he ain't it. How many NRL clubs are going to have an 18-year-old halfback?
It's rare. I think Dolphins are the only one with Katoa. That's bad.
He's almost 20, and he's like 19.
He's got the same age.
Lockie Ilias last year, I think.
How old's Ilias? He's not
21.
21. Yeah, but
He came in at 9. He debuted at 9.
how many big clubs that are a top 8 team have an 18-year-old halfback? Fuck all.
Well, let's go through
Not it's barely anyone.
them.
Fogarty's old. Nico Hines is established. Hastings is established enough. Who else is there? There's like no one. Tanner Boyd's another example. Tanner Boyd's developed a little bit as well.
No, I look at the teams like Eels. They got 30-year-old.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. I don't rate this fucking Coral Alopu kid, but we'll see. He's not ready for NRL. I don't believe it. I don't believe he's ready.
It's not a factor of how he plays. It's just his attitude at Brisbane.
And you know what? Bulldog fans are going to be upset, but you know what? The truth hurts. That's all I got to say.
That's the attitude that hurts it for me.
Yeah, fix that up and he might be a good player.
Truth hurts. I don't like him. I don't like him. Hopefully he proves me wrong. Nathan Cleary proved me wrong. Remember I used to shit on him all the time? Now look at him. Fuck me. He's best halfback in the game. $10. All right, super chat. Didn't even realize this.
Oh, was it?
Viking King. All right, of course. Let me try and catch up to it. Where is it? Here it is. 7:40. All right, Viking King. The total super chat. Good luck to your teams, but Ray 23 grand final winners. Well, I hear that every week, but we'll see. All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, it's here.
Now, Breakdown Podcast Game Show. The Breakdown Podcast Game Show. Now, this week, it is me versus ProEnzo Vidz. CJ Moxley is the host. CJ's got the phone. He's going to be the one asking the questions. Everyone knows in the live chat, do not reveal the answers. You will be fucking kicked out. You will be timed out for 5 minutes. So don't go revealing the answers. We'll get the scoreboard up on the screen, and we got the odds here from NickBet. And the Breakdown Podcast odds are in via NickBet. We got Nick from Australia at $5. ProEnzo Vidz at $5.
5 each, you guys take it.
Even money bet. Even money bet. You love to see it. You really do. All right. So, just quickly, we got another donation. Fuck me. Donations everywhere. JC. $5 super chat with no message. JC, thank you for the money. Thank you for the $5. Everyone's saying, go, Nick.
Of course, it's never me, is it? That's all right.
Yeah, ProEnzo's like fucking some sort of fucking serial killer in this.
Megamind or something.
All right. You got the questions, CJ? All right, mate. So what we're going to do tonight, first one to get 5 right. We're going to make it a little bit different. So there'll be approximately 10 questions if it goes that way. First one to get 5 questions right will be the winner. So up to you, CJ. Might as well hold the microphone.
All right.
Just sit back. Yeah. Hang on, let me just.
So I'm not going to make this easy for you. So hope you enjoy it. All right. So 2019 was the inaugural Magic round. So the Warriors and the Dragons played. What was the scoreline? 2019.
Warriors 26-18.
Correct.
I remember that. Let's just fucking. I'll stand up in a minute. Good start. I remember that game well because I think Dry Field had a big game.
Good start from Nick.
I remember Dry Field with the Dragons. All right. Next question.
The Warriors and the Panthers play today on Saturday, man. Who is jersey number 22?
Which club?
The Warriors.
Plenty of foul.
No,
Pretty classic.
incorrect.
Wow. Tough.
Number 22 for the Warriors.
I don't think I'll get this.
Luke Metcalf.
Incorrect.
Um,
Just think of Warriors.
is it Adam Pompey?
Incorrect.
Rocco Berry.
Incorrect.
Fuck me. I'll go. Survivor.
Incorrect.
Give us a new question.
All right.
Who was it?
It was Ronald Volkman.
Oh, fuck me.
Someone should have got
All right, next question. All right, let's go.
All right. Hold on while it loads because for some reason I put the last question. Correct. No. All right. Bulldogs Raiders tomorrow.
Yep.
Going to give you another one of those same questions. Bulldogs Raiders tomorrow. Who is jersey number 19 for the Raiders?
Troy Mooney.
Nope.
Brad Snyder?
No.
Alvin Kawhi.
No.
Holly Smith Shields?
No.
19.
He's a reserve replacement.
What position is he? Remember? Guess on that?
Yeah, I'll give you a hint. I'm pretty sure he's a half, but I'll double check.
Oh, no clue.
So I'll double check. He is a. Okay, he's played 6 NRL games. And he made his debut in round 1, 2022.
Round 1, 2022.
I believe he's a half, yeah.
It's not Brad Schneider.
No.
Fuck.
He's a winger, actually. Yeah, he's a winger. All right, I just saw that.
James Schiller?
Yes.
Yes, James Schiller.
That's right.
2-0.
He's like a halfback? What the fuck?
I don't even know why I thought that.
James Schiller, yes.
I was thinking that, but
Well, that's the reason why I said Holly Smith Shields.
Harley Smith, sure. Is he? He's a.
he's a centre winger. Smith Shields.
James Schiller.
Knows, bro.
All right, 2-0.
All right, I think I know my next
Good
question.
start.
All right, my next question is
All right,
actually.
let's go. Next question.
All right, so it's Wayne Bennett's 900th NRL game.
Yep.
Who was the first club he coached against?
Oh, fuck.
First club he coached against. Ball prediction, Western Suburbs.
Incorrect.
Was it the fucking Broncos?
Incorrect.
Because is that Canberra, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Manly.
Nah.
Bulldogs.
Nah.
The Steelers.
Incorrect.
Is it Dragons?
Incorrect. Do you want a hint or not?
Nah. Roosters.
Incorrect.
Fuck. Who the fuck? There wasn't any attempts in the compact then either.
North Sydney.
Incorrect.
Newtown.
Incorrect.
Fuck. It's got to be a Sydney club.
Just think.
Sharks.
Yes.
Ah, no.
Cronulla.
Finally.
Fucking Cronulla.
I was worried that I was going to be on a 3-0 losing streak.
All right, the comeback's on. Fuck. All right, 2-1. Next one.
All right. In the Seagulls' 50-6 win against the Broncos in Magic Round, who scored a double, the third and the fourth try?
Jason Saab.
Yes.
Fuck, I
Two-
knew that. I
Oh,
was thinking there was Turbo was sub. I knew it was one of them. 'Cause I think Turbo had a double as well.
I remember that game really well.
I was there.
all right. I'm gonna get a Suncorp question up here.
All right, let's go. I'll probably get this one right.
Who has the 8th best all-time record at Suncorp Stadium?
Tigers.
Yes.
I saw that today.
3-2.
That's right, yeah. Because the Roosters 7 and Tigers 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's one of them. It's one of them.
I knew it was one of them.
Those questions off the top of my head. So.
All right, so we're going to 5 tonight. If this was the 3,
Oh, 5, are you?
if this was the 3, I'd be the winner.
So Lorenzo's still in this.
We're going to 5. Right, let's go.
Righto. Fuck, all right. This is tough. All right, 2021 Magic round between Souths and Cronulla. Who scored the last try for Souths? Incorrect.
Oh, that's a tough question. It's a really tough question to answer.
No.
Is it Burgess?
No.
Damien Cook.
No.
Campbell Graham?
Nope.
Jaime Sele.
No.
Adam Reynolds?
Nope.
Tane Mule.
Nope.
Cook?
Nope. Just let me know if you want a hint or not.
No, we'll keep guessing.
Yeah, right.
Um,
It's not easy questions, mate.
K Murray.
No.
Colin Tungy?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Jeff Cartwright.
Nope.
Havili?
He wasn't at the club.
Oh, fuck me.
Who the fuck? So 2021.
Was it John Sutton? Was
He wasn't playing in 21.
I thought it was.
Dean Hawkins.
Nope. Just let me
Cole
know.
Turner?
Nope. Just let me know if you want a hint.
What position are
No, I think that'd be too obvious, to be
they?
honest.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because, yeah, it's kind of complicated to explain this
You
one.
know Mamazellos.
Nah.
what's his fucking name? Fuck.
If you want a hint, just let me know.
Yeah, give us a hint.
All right, but he is. He still plays at Souths.
William Knight.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Jai Arrow.
Yes.
Fuck!
It's Jai Arrow.
Fucking Jai Arrow. As if that cunt scored a try. What in the front row? Fuck me. Wouldn't pay that $7 anytime.
Scored the
Fuck's
last
sake.
one.
All right, 3-all. Next question.
All right, I'm trying to find some magic round questions.
Yeah.
Fuck up, bird.
Yeah, sorry, bro. You got to be banned. You can't be giving away that. Someone just said arrow in the chat.
Lucky I said it first.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, luckily Lorenzo said it first.
Sorry, JC. That's just how it is. That's the rule, bro.
You know, I think because you struggled on that question, I think I'll give another one like that again.
Yeah, go on.
In the West Tigers win over the Panthers in Magic Round 2019, who scored the fourth try for the West Tigers? Incorrect.
I'm going to go Luke Brooks.
Incorrect.
Tigers killed him, mate. I remember that.
Yeah, it was 30 points to 4. Incorrect.
What year was this?
2019.
Was it Corey Thompson?
Correct.
Oh, really? Fucking oath, Corey Thompson. How? I don't know how I got that.
I got to find a very hard question.
Guess like
I got to
Yeah, well, I was
find.
thinking about so
I got to find a real question that's gonna be fucking.
make it hard.
all right, if I get the next one, I win. 4-3.
Fuck. Finding these questions are hard, eh? All right.
Maybe last year's match has been try scorers because I can't even remember half of them.
These are
Right.
tough.
Pissing down last year. This year's going to be sunny.
You know, I think I'm going to go back to team list, but
Yeah,
we're going back to 2019.
Oh, okay. Right.
So, obviously, the Storm killed the Eels 64-10, 2019 Magic Round. If the shit will load, it'll be much more easier. This will load, it'll be much more easier to fucking get the question.
Come on, CJ.
Mate, I'm waiting on the phone.
Just go to a question off the top of your head.
All right, question on the top of my head. All right, fine. No, now it starts to load. All right. So, Roosters and Raiders, Magic Round 2019.
Yes.
Who was jersey 15 for the Roosters?
Nat Butcher.
Incorrect.
Good question. Was it Jared Rio-Hargrave?
Incorrect.
Lindsay Collins.
Incorrect.
Takiyaho?
Incorrect.
Dylan Napa.
Incorrect.
Fuck, who was it? Ryan Madison.
Incorrect.
2019, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2019.
I swear it was a Ford.
Isaac Lee.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Thought you had it then.
me too.
I will go with Satili Tupanil.
Incorrect.
Zay Tedadano.
Correct.
Fuck!
4-all.
Oh, next one wins.
Oh, look at intense near.
People saying it's easy. Not when you're playing, it's not.
Not when you're playing. No idea.
That's why I'm giving questions
Fuck,
from.
Next one wins.
That's why I'm giving questions from 5 years ago.
Next one wins.
You know, this is going to be a bit weird.
Go
What was the inaugural day of the first Magic Round?
on. Thursday.
Yeah, which date? Which month? What day? What date?
It was the date.
May 10.
Incorrect.
I know it was Titans and Sharks on the first day, and I know the Sharks won by 8. The date Was it May 8?
Incorrect.
May 7.
Incorrect.
May 9?
Correct.
May 9?
Yeah.
Yes!
Stole it right at the end.
Well, it was a good game show.
Fucking tough game.
Getting off the top of my head was hard, but
At the start, I was thinking Smash, but I
Yeah,
came
I was
back.
up to
as they came back,
Fuck, that was a good game.
well, if you got a good game.
Good game. Good host, CJ. Well played, mate. All right, let's get to the preview. Yeah, I'm not shocked. That was a really good game, actually. Fucking hope. And you know what's interesting? If we stopped at 3-2, I would have won.
Yeah,
And went to
sure.
5-4, so
Either way, it
it was a really, really fucking good game. And I like how we got to the last question, and it was the sealer.
Apparently,
Win
the
it.
City versus Country women's game is on now.
I couldn't give a
I
fuck.
didn't even know that at all.
I don't want to be rude, but fuck women's
No, I
football.
just thought I'd throw it in. I didn't even know at all.
All right, there you go. Right, let's get into the What the fuck? Where are we? What's this stupid phone doing? Laptop. All right, we're gonna go to the Magic Round preview. Now, in case you haven't figured it out yet, me, ProEnzo, and CJ will be at every single game,
Bring it on.
all 8 games, and there will be vlogs. I will be doing a match day vlog for Friday day 1, Saturday day 2, and Sunday day 3. So 3 vlogs. I might do a separate one for the Roosters Cowboys game, but we'll see what happens. I might, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's just go to the NRL Magic Round preview, and it all starts tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. We will be there, and it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. First game, 6 o'clock. We got the Bulldogs versus the Raiders. Who do you like in this one, ProEnzo? And who do you reckon will be the first try scorer?
Yeah, bro. I reckon the Raiders. I think 1-12 for the Raiders. I think they're a class above the Bulldogs, and I'll go Matt Tomoko for my try scorer.
Yeah. What about yourself, CJ? Dogs, Raiders.
Well, I don't want to undermine the Bulldogs. They play for a lot of grit, but I am tipping the Raiders. Raiders by 8. First try scorer, Jared Croker.
I'm going to go the Bulldogs 1-12. I think the Bulldogs can get it done over the Raiders. And I'm going to go Jacob Preston for the first try scorer. I've got a good feeling. I like Preston. All right, next game, Friday night, the 8 o'clock game. We got Manly versus the Broncos. ProEnzo Vidz Manly.
Well, I wouldn't be going any other way. So I'd go Manly 1-12 because I back my boys in, and obviously I made the trip to Brisbane, so they better get up for me. So I'm going to hope so. And I'll go with Saab for a try.
Yeah, nice one.
First off, I want to apologise to ProEnzo Vidz for what I'm about to say.
It's all right.
Broncos by 14, 26-12, first try scorer, Adam Reynolds.
Come on, Manly, eh?
Yeah.
Look, I hate to do this. ProEnzo's come from fucking Sydney to Ballina to Lismore and to Brisbane tomorrow.
It hurt.
ProEnzo's travelled a long way for this, but I think the Broncos win, and I think they win 13 plus.
Oh, that's gonna hurt, but guess we'll see what happens.
Not a big 13 plus.
Yeah, if Jakey was in, I was tempted.
Maybe by Broncos by like 16.
Lorenzo, I think,
So 13
I
plus.
think the Jake Trebojevic factor really plays.
Yeah, well, that's
Plays a
because
part.
Hurts our forward pack.
So- So, boys, for me, Broncos 13 plus, but only by like 16, 18 points. First try scorer. Can't go past Cobbo on the wing.
Fair enough.
All right, let's go to Saturday Magic Round, day 2 of Magic Round, Super Saturday. Warriors and the Panthers, 3 o'clock.
Now, as much as I like to say Warriors can cause an upset, which can happen, but I'll play it safe and tip Penrith 1-12. But
Yeah.
you know, Warriors are within a chance, I reckon. And after 2 straight losses for the Panthers, their confidence is a bit.
Try scorer?
Yeah, I'll go with Dylan Edwards for a try.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, up the wires. But Penrith by 10. First try, Nathan Cleary.
Yeah, look, sorry, Warriors fans, but Panthers will win easy. This might be the bloodbath game of the weekend. Panthers 13 plus. Panthers 13 plus, and Edwards will score first, I reckon. No, too many injuries. All right, 5:30 game Saturday, the Battle of the Sea Creatures. We got the Sharks versus the Dolphins. I like the Sharks here, but their record at Suncorp is the worst in the comp.
Well, you know what? I'm going Fins up. I'm going the Dolphins here. I reckon the Fins will win. Yeah, 1 to 12, and I reckon if he does play on debut, which I'm hearing he might, I reckon that balance to
Oh.
debut.
He's a big unit.
Here's a gun. Sharks by 8. First try scorer, Sifa Talakai.
I reckon this is the only game this weekend that's going to go to Golden Point.
You reckon?
I reckon Sharks win in Golden Point. Nico Hines will kick a field goal and win by 1. Sharks by 1, 1 to 12, and first try scorer, Nico Hines, because why not?
Yeah, good shout.
Saturday night, 7:45. Probably the best game of Magic Round, the biggest game, the blockbuster. Melbourne Storm, Tassie Rabbitohs. We'll start with you, CJ. We all know you're going the Rabbits.
South by 12, 28-16. First try scorer, Campbell Graham.
Like it. What about you?
Sorry, CJ.
Oh!
Oh, no. I've got the Storm 1 to 12. I think their record at Suncorp will keep continuing. But if South can win, then that's great. But I'll go with Nick Meaney for a try.
I'm going South 1 to 12. I like the Bunnies in this one. I think they can get it done. South 1 to 12, and Alex Johnson to score the first try. Game 200, yeah. All right, day 3 on the Sunday, the 150 game. This is the early kickoff. West Tigers and the Dragons. The loser probably ends up coming last, to be fair. What do you reckon, Tigers and Dragons?
Yeah, look, it's not a game I'm particularly looking forward to, but as of recent form, I think Tigers are the better side. So I'll go Tigers 1 to 12 and Jareen Buller for a try.
Like it. This is the battle of everyone will be hungover for this game, so everyone will be just too fatigued to give a shit, I reckon.
The 2023 Spoon Bowl, I think the Tigers win. Tigers by 6, 24-18. First try. Let's go Luke Brooks.
Oh. Nah, I'm going the Dragons. Absolutely no confidence. I'm going the Dragons because I think they have to win. Sunday, 4 o'clock, the big one. Roosters, Cowboys. This is prime time, Channel 9. Sunday, 4 p.m. Roosters, Cowboys. I know you're going the Roosters.
Yeah, I am. I'm going the Roosters 13 plus, but it's not like a big 13 plus either because I did say the Roosters by 14. So if it can be that much, then that's okay, I guess. And I'll go Corey Allen for a try.
ProEnzo is officially homeless in Lismore. He's going to be on the street, sleeping with the cardboard boxes. Nah, I'm only joking. Fair enough. What do you reckon?
I didn't travel 13 hours for the Roosters. Cowboys by 6.
I love hearing that. First try.
Fucking Robson.
Robson.
I'm not tipping the Roosters, bro. I went 13 hours up here.
Yeah, no, I'm going the Cowboys, obviously. Cowboys by 6. High-scoring game. Obviously, Cowboys by 1 to 12. And try scorer, I'm going to go with Val Holmes to destroy Hutchison.
Oh, yeah, that's the concern, though. That's the concern, though. It's the Hutchison thing.
Yeah. In the last game, if anyone stays around for this, I'll stay around for it. Sunday night, Titans versus Eels, 6:25. This game might be closer than people think.
Look, I was thinking it could go quite down to the wire, but I'll be honest and I'll tip Para by 13 plus. I think they'll get Titans this week. I can't see Titans replicating what they did against Manly, so I'll go Para 13 plus. And funnily enough, I'll back Andrew Davey for a try in the back row.
I'm going Parramatta 1 to 12. Oh no, 13 plus. Sorry, Parramatta 13 plus. Simonson to score first.
I was on Eels 13 plus all week, but I'm going to go Eels by 12.
1 to 12.
First try scorer. Oh, let's go with fucking someone simple. Go Guffo.
All right. Well, there's the tips. That's the Magic Round preview. I think Jaden would add in the chat. CJ said Cowboys by 6, by the way.
Nah, I didn't travel this long for the Roosters.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's going to wrap up the podcast. 59 minutes in. First time doing this live in person. It's actually been.
It will happen again.
It will happen again at some point. It's actually been a lot of fun, boys.
First time doing it. Do it again. Why not?
We'll do it again. Guys, we're out of here. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually quite tired, so I might head to bed very soon. But as always, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. When we get to Suncorp tomorrow, we're going to do a live stream. We're going to go live. We'll go for a walk around the whole ground and we'll go live.
This time tomorrow, Brisbane.
Yeah, just on time. All right, guys. Thanks for the live chat. I think you guys have been fantastic tonight. The podcast has been very successful. As always, like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to ProEnzo and CJ. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at Magic Round. Until then, guys, take care.
See you guys.